happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Heroes Power Hour, your weekly dose of Heroes of the Storm, coming directly at you from BlizzPro. I'm your host, Twiz. It's so good to see you guys. I don't know how you got here, whether it is YouTube or iTunes or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. No cares. 0 Fs are given. I'm just glad that you are here. I am not alone on this show, and that is one of the beauties of this whole thing that we have going on. Please allow me to make a few introductions to my epic co-host. First and foremost, we have the co-founder of BlizzPro.com, Mr. Eldorian. Welcome back for another week, my good man.
Hey, Twiz, it's good to be here. Got another joke for you.
Oh, God.
Yes. What rock group has 4 men that don't sing?
4 men that don't sing. I got nothing.
Mount Rushmore.
I am still mad at. I'm even madder than last week.
Wow. Wow. That happened. Well, that's good. That was... Oh, never again. Never again. We need to keep moving right along.
No, keep doing that, please.
Just below, Mr. BlizzPro himself is the demon-slaying Diablo Master 5000, Mr. 9-Ball Gamer. Welcome back there, stranger.
It's good to be back. Did y'all miss me?
Missed you.
Did y'all miss me?
Missed you like you wouldn't even believe, dude. It's not even
well,
fun.
don't worry. I'm here to go throw myself into battle, get killed, and throw the entire match. So we're good.
We were missing that last week.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of that, so it'll be good. It'll be good. Well, welcome back, dude. It is good to see you. Just below him is the guy that we all love to pick on. He is the 3 Viking Wrecking Crew, Mr. DJ Tyrant. Hi, buddy.
Hey, so good to be back.
So good to have you back. So good to have you. Look, you don't have your fighting hair on tonight, though.
I know. It's a little more tame this week.
I still like it, though. And last but certainly not least, we have the shot caller, the brains behind the operation, Mr. Balrog Fan VP. Hello, sir.
What is going on, guys?
No, we're doing a show.
Oh, we are.
The last I checked.
Hi.
Oh, hey, whoa. Hey, wake up, guys.
Hi. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm here.
So, anyways, guys, just for those of you who are unfamiliar, this show is broken down into 2 segments. Okay, the very first segment, we talk about news and discussion, things being released, things being talked about, problems with the game, things we like, whatever. And that is uploaded to iTunes. The second half of the show, we actually dive into the Nexus. We play some games. We talk about team comp and some strengths and stuff like that. We just have fun, okay? And we feature, different heroes, and we play as a team, and life is good. So, yeah, if you're watching this, stay tuned for part 2. Yeah, and you know where to find it. So, one of the other things I will mention real quick, guys, there are behind the scene costs for this show. When we have equipment that fails, or we have there's just little nickel dime things. Things like donations from the Patreon account for the Heroes Power Hour makes a huge difference. Every dollar goes so far, and it is so appreciated. So we can continue to bring this content to you. So head on over to patreon.com/heroespowerhour if you would like to, to keep this amazing train that we have going. So anyhow, gentlemen, let's jump right back in. Let's jump into this. Should we get busy?
Absolutely.
Well, let's crank that volume knob all the way to the right. Let's do that. So let's talk about the week in Heroes. What we were off last week, guys. I had an amazing vacation. I lived in a drunken haze. It is what it is. It's good and it's bad because I had a great time, but I don't remember half of it. So hey, whatever. I had no week in Heroes last week. Nothing. I have one thing, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. How about you, Jimmy? What was your week like?
Well, we started the week off on Tuesday because we didn't have a show. Charlie and JR and I went on Ro's podcast, Realm Maintenance, and that just came out today. So go check that. We talked a little bit of Heroes overall and just where the game's going, what Blizzard can do to improvement, stuff like that. And Heroes, I've just been playing Leark. I just love his style, and the whole sticking around after you die is really, really cool mechanic.
Oh. when I was on vacation, they released him, and we're gonna talk more in depth about him, guys. They released him, and I was like, okay, I'm good to go. I got 15K gold, I'm sure, and I'll just pick him up when I get home. Got home and I had 14,000 gold, and like 14,085 or something like that, and I was like, are you kidding me? And so I didn't have very much time at all to play, so I still haven't unlocked him. As you guys can see, I'm at like 14,830 or something like that. So I'll probably be unlocking him tonight. But yeah, I was a sad panda. Sad panda. How about you, Nineball Man? What's your gaming like? Talk to me. What's the scoop?
Oh, well, I have been putting in overtime on top of overtime at work, so my gaming has actually been limited these past couple of weeks. Is one of the reasons why I haven't been on the show in a little bit. But I had to pick up Leoric, and so the few games I managed to go and play this past week have all been some undead goodness. I really like him. I feel he's an interesting play style, because you kind of put yourself in positions that you probably shouldn't be in just because you feel, oh, I die, it doesn't matter, but you're giving up XP, so kind of like it.
Okay. Yeah, I watched a couple of videos on him, and I see how he plays. Some of the things are a little underwhelming about it, and I don't know if I'm looking for that flair, that zest, that wow, but I mean, he's solid, but he's just a little underwhelming from the videos that I've watched. Again, I haven't played him, but so. How about you, Mr. Eldorian? Talk to me about your gaming week.
Oh man, so on my other show, the Hearthstone Well Met podcast, I've been doing that pretty hard, so I haven't really had a chance to do Heroes, because I have this bet going with the other co-hosts that runs until the end of this month, so after that's over, I'm pretty much done with Hearthstone for a while, and then I'll be getting back into Heroes pretty hardcore. But the other thing that's been keeping me busy, though, is I spent a good portion of this last week upgrading BlizzPro.com. Got it moved to a brand new server, better performance, not going to have as many errors anymore like we used to have, can handle more traffic, and it's just faster in general. So if you go to BlizzPro, you're going to see quite the improvement from the previous week.
Nice, dude. Nice. Can you put your mic a little closer to your mouth? There you go.
Sure.
That's it.
There you go. Yeah.
I've got a question though. What is the bet?
What is what?
What's the bet?
Oh, so the bet is whoever ends up higher in the rank this month, he would either have to wear a Kansas City Royals shirt or hat. And if I win, if he wins, I would have to wear a Minnesota Twins gear on the show.
That's just downright filthy.
Yeah, it's so I've been hitting Hearthstone really hard because I don't want to lose that bet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And how about you, Mr. Balrog fan?
I playing Heroes here and there. Leoric annoys me, and it's just one of those things where I keep logging on and I can only get like one person to play or something. I don't know, just bad timing this week, so I didn't get to play as much as I wanted to. But I don't want to brag. I did get 7 free days of Warcraft, so.
Nice.
Ooh, baby.
Nice.
Pretty awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been so tied up between Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm, especially, and getting back into StarCraft and everything like that, that I have not played. Whatchamacallit? I've not played WoW. Yeah, I've not played WoW in months. And I just reactivated my account tonight, just on a whim. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play it. So,
yeah, I was just messing around a little bit. Yeah. I haven't played since Cataclysm, so I mean, Pandaria's all new to me. So I was like, hey, this is kind of fun.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I've actually been playing quite a bit lately. They added in some weekend stuff, and that keeps pulling me in every weekend.
I hear it. Well,
I have the problem with World of Warcraft that I got burnt out on garrisons, and I logged out in a garrison, so every time I log on, I just see everything that made me quit, and it was just like...
That's exactly where I was at.
Exit game.
That's exactly where I was at. That's exactly where I was at. So, anyways, yeah, if you guys are hanging out around the world de la Warcraft, you might see one of us, or two of us, or three of us, so... Let's talk a little bit about there's obviously there's a sale going on. There's a sale going on every week, but the Mecha Tassadar, the legendary skin, is on sale, and it's only 25% off instead of the 50%. Obviously, for a legendary skin, I'm not really super surprised about this, but if they had more legendary skins, I could see them keeping the price tag up, but I don't know.
I wish it was 50%.
Yeah, I really wish it was too. But even though I say that, I probably will still be getting it this week. I'm just gonna wait till I get paid on Friday, and because I've been waiting for this to go on sale for I don't know how long.
Well, here's my thing. It's still $15, even with the discount.
No, it's
$11.24.
Oh, okay, so it's gone down.
Well, it's because it's 25% off. It's $15. It's $15 when it's not on
You
sale.
probably saw Kevin's tweet about it.
I did.
He's in Canadian bucks, so he's a little different than us.
I forgot the Canadian dollars was.
That monopoly money.
Yeah,
I'm going to say something controversial, but I don't like that skin. I like all of his other skins better.
I don't. You know what? I don't like the hero.
That's fair.
And I own the skin, so how sucky is that for me? But
Twiz is the Blizzard 1%.
I am.
Yeah. I have that with a couple of them, like Sylvanas and even with Leoric, because I'll just, as soon as they come out, I buy the bundle with the hero in the skin.
Yeah.
And then I hate the skin, so I never end up using it. I'm just like, well, it was only like $1 more to buy the skin, might as well.
Sure.
Yeah, you're not the first person to tell me they do not like the Virkal Leoric skin.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
I'm not hurt one bit that I'm spending gold on this and not real money to get the extra skin. So, however, I am unbelievably still torqued about the butcher mount thing. So, I want.
I got it just because it's the only Diablo mount I can get without buying the whole starter bundle.
No, there's the
Yeah, it's
there's Tyrael's Charger.
Oh, that's right.
They actually added that one in?
Yeah.
Yeah, they added it a few weeks ago, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, BRB.
Yeah. And 99 spent. All right.
There we go.
Look at that. I must shake his butt on stream again.
Oh, jeez.
So, but yeah. So those of you who have the $11 and some change that are interested in picking that up and are Tassadar fans, now is your, or yeah, if you don't have the skin, now is your time to snag it. And Tassadar is also 50% off. Which, you know what? Why don't they bundle that together?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Money.
You know? Yeah, oh, it's more money. Exactly. But you know what? It's one of those things where do you sell a glass of lemonade for 25 cents or do you sell 5 of them for 5 cents? You know what I mean? It's like,
why the hell are you selling lemonade? Sell beer.
Well, because I lost my liquor license in the war. So.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
support the troops.
Exactly. But yeah. I don't know. You'd think that they would just bundle it together, even if it almost comes out even, or you know, it's $1 less or whatever. You're going to sell more of them bundling them together, in my opinion.
I mean, let's be real here, Twiz. If Blizzard were to sell lemonade, it's going to be like $5.
Yeah,
it's true. And it's going to last you 15 days.
It's going to be blue though.
Isn't that still cheaper than buying it while watching the Royals there, JR?
Damn.
Ooh. Shots fired. Shots fired.
I don't understand how that was.
I don't know.
I don't understand the joke or why that was a slam, but okay.
Because things are expensive at sporting events.
Yeah. Take that.
Yeah, the $7 hot dog.
Sporting ball.
I've given that out a few times.
What's nice about Major League Baseball stadiums is you can bring in your own food and water. A lot of people don't know that.
Mm.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Did not know that.
No, you learn something new every week.
Learn something new.
Oh yeah.
So
dropping the knowledge bombs on the show. Not about heroes, but now you know something you didn't.
Well, I'm intimidated to bring anything with me because of the body cavity search I have to go through just to get into this.
Well, it's Detroit, so...
Yeah, exactly. I assume that they're going to take anything they find from me.
So you just go naked?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm that guy on YouTube.
All right.
Jimmy's suddenly doing a YouTube search.
Yeah, are we playing Heroes?
Yeah. Let's bring it back to Heroes real quick, actually.
What was this show even about? I forgot. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go off on a little bit of a tangent, but I have a coworker who started playing Heroes, and the gold gain is still really slow. I feel bad for him because he's like, "Oh, I have like 4,000 gold. What do I buy?" I'm like, I would hold on to that and try to get like a 7,000 gold hero or something." And then he asked me if the heroes go on sale. When they go on sale, are they for gold? And I'm like, nope, real money only. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a bummer for newer players, and also, but they are trying to entice newer players, and this is a bummer for my coworker because they announced today that you get a free 7-day stim pack. If you started playing between today and like, I think it's for a week. It's really short. It feels like. Yeah. But my coworker who started 2 weeks ago, he doesn't get it. Thanks, Blizzard.
Yeah,
that stinks. Well, tell him to buy Malfurion and Muradin with that 4,000. They're two of the best heroes in the game right now. Two classes that are important to play, and that's true. A good investment.
That is true.
If he has 4,000 gold, he can get two of the best heroes in the game right now.
Right this very second. No waiting. Yeah. No waiting.
Right now.
Hey, so we talked earlier a little bit about how the BlizzPro site has shifted over and everything like that. If you went to said BlizzPro site, namely heroesofthestorm.blizzpro.com, you are going to see articles out the yin-yang. Articles that contain news, information, opinion, stuff like that. But there's also articles about like talent builds for heroes, and how to effectively, and why you pick this particular talent over this other talent, or what's popular in the meta and stuff like that. But one of the articles, and we feature 1 or 2 articles every week, one of the articles that we're going to be featuring this week is written by our very own Alebeard TV. He's in the chat room too right now, for those of you who are in the chat room. But if you go there, he put together an article the thing that I like about the articles that he does is you read so many articles that are so game-oriented, but they're not always people-oriented. It's not Illidan that's doing this. It's the guy controlling Illidan that's doing this. And there are so many things that are part of the formulation that people forget, and he addresses a lot of these things with some of these articles that he writes. This particular article, and I will put it here in the chat room for you guys. One of the articles that he wrote this week is called "Let's Be Friends." Okay, and in this article, he kind of talks a little bit about like the ping system, and how just a little bit of civilness can go a long, long way. What do you guys, before I start really diving deeper into this, what do you guys pull out of this article that you really liked?
I think just in general, it's a really good article because it really breaks down stuff into a very normal layman's term language instead of just gamer terms. Because I mean, as gamers ourselves, as we get hardcore into Heroes of the Storm, we can forget that people starting the game don't necessarily understand what we're talking about in game. Mm-hmm. And so he breaks down a lot of the terms that are kind of general in MOBAs all around. Mm-hmm. There's a ton of terms in this article, and they're all worth reviewing.
Thanks for taking the easy stuff, Jimmy. Thanks for taking the easy stuff. I was hoping that the whole paragraph of stuff that he wrote earlier than that was something you could expand on, so that way I could take the easy part.
I've got something not easy.
Man, WTF, Jimmy? Why the face?
Why the face?
Because I play Hunter.
What do you got, Charlie?
I just like the tone of being optimistic and confident in the way you interact with your team. I think it's a great way to approach games, especially that you have to have teamwork with 4 strangers when you're just playing by yourself. And if you're good enough at the game to where you're not costing the team the game, optimism and confidence can go a real long way. And he really highlighted that in this article.
Yep, absolutely. The other thing that he and I'm not trying to bounce from another subject, but while it's on my mind, he talks about taking charge, and he talks about how basically a lot of teams can do good, like in quick match, you're playing with 4 other dudes you don't know, and teams can do better if somebody's a leader. Now, there's a couple of things that you have to keep in mind. You can be a leader in a couple of different ways. He talks about being subtle, and encouraging the team, like, hey, let's do this or whatever. And if you come straight out of the gate firing orders at people and, coming off like a maniac, nobody's going to listen to you. And the chances of having a leader is going to be gone because nobody else is going to step up, because then they feel like all you're going to do is argue with them over stuff. So that's a big key, is if somebody can be a leader. Now, you also need to be open to other ideas and not fly off the handle when somebody recommends something else, because all that does is brings out the keyboard warrior in everybody. Everybody, that's a great way to pick a team fight without the other team being involved. And that gets you absolutely nowhere, because people are more concentrated now on chat than actually, doing objectives and stuff like that. And you know what? I hate to tell you, if you're watching this, there's a possibility you're not the best player in the world. It's possible. I don't know for a fact. Just throwing that out there. So be open to ideas and be open to the possibility that maybe you want to take this camp, but maybe pushing the top lane that this other guy's recommending is a better idea for numerous reasons, So take everything with a grain.
I just want to say Lion and the Pride followed us. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much, Lion.
He said great stream.
All right. Much
okay, sorry, Eldorian.
Stick around for part 2.
I was just gonna make a snide remark that if you sit there and ping the map 20 million times, I'm gonna sit there and chat and make fun of you.
Yeah, who doesn't love to be pinged somewhere every 3 seconds about 40 times?
Yeah.
Nothing just makes me want to respect and follow a player to the ends of the map like that.
Yeah, when they just sit there and ping me. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, if you're gonna ping the map like once or twice, is great. But if you just sit there and keep pinging it and then be a jerk afterwards because people didn't listen to you, well, people probably didn't listen to you because you're sitting there pinging the map being annoying.
Yeah.
So.
It is what it is. Last but not least, one of the other things that he did was he gave a pretty lengthy explanation. Like, I never realized in gaming how many acronyms we really use, or how many different names that we use for things, like CC. It's crowd control. You and I know that. Everybody who's played WoW knows that. People, it's a gaming term, but for new players, if you tell them, hey, CC this guy, am I emailing him? What's going on here? How does this work? And
talking about the dance company.
Yeah. Everybody dance now. But no, seriously, some of the you could tell somebody, even if you're subtly and nicely approaching somebody and saying, hey, I'm gonna come top and I need you to CC and whatever, they may not understand what you're doing, and don't fly off the handle when they don't. And so he has an entire list. There's gank, even stuff like GJ, good job, GLHF, good luck, have fun. Although I think it's like good luck, holy. Kiting.
Holy fart.
He put a lot of stuff on here, and odds are if it's not on here, it's probably something dirty. So
yep.
I will say, like, the two, when I first started playing this game, the two that always confused me the most was bot, and because I was like, what are you talking about, bots? I don't get it. So that one took me a while to kind of figure out, and the other one was B. Like, I didn't understand what people were saying when they were saying B. Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it took me a few games to figure out what that just meant. Oh, they're going back.
Yeah, I'm gonna B for mana, or I'm gonna B for health, or whatever. So it's kind of like a little bit of lazy gamer terminology, kind of, but not lazy, but shorthand to keep everything fast paced and whatever. So so check that out, guys, and check out @AlebeardTV on Twitter. The guy really, his articles are second to none. So I would say that even if I wasn't a Blizz Pro staff member. So make sure you guys are checking that out, along with all the other articles that we have on heroesofthestorm.blizzpro.com for you. One of the things that I did do before I went on vacation was I was sitting there, I was playing a quick match, I think, and there was this butcher. And this butcher just, overextend in the middle of everything. And like, we weren't even level 10, and I think we had like 12 kills on him. And it was like, dude, you know what? God bless you, but you're doing it wrong. And, you know, we lost the match because this butcher fed the other team XP like it was buffet time. So what I did was I came up with a guide. I put a guide on YouTube. It's on the Blizz Pro YouTube channel, and I talk about the abilities. It's about a half an hour guide, but I talk about the abilities and the talents and how everything works together. And then I played a quick match game, and I showed you how you play the butcher. And it's for people who are looking into maybe buying him, or they're having a tough time. It's like, I know this guy's good, but I just keep getting killed and I don't know what I'm doing wrong or something like that. This guide will help. In chat room, I'm going to put that there for you. So I just put it together explaining everything, and the match, the quick match that I jumped into went almost flawlessly. I did a stupid move and I overextended and I got myself killed one time, but that just goes to show you that if that's the kind of stuff that you're doing, that might be the part of the problem. So please go ahead and check that out, guys, and be a better butcher.
And I've seen a lot of guides, and this is a really good guide, and I didn't really get a chance to commend you on how well done it was. It really breaks down everything, and it does a good job of showing you the strengths and the weaknesses of the butcher, which is important, because a lot of times people just want to talk about how awesome the character they're highlighting is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's always nice to hear their weaknesses.
Yep. And the fact that, like, the butcher's not a tank, and people just think he is because he's such a big character. He's a large dude, and you think he's like Stitches, he's like a tank, and he's not. And you kind of play it from the outside and pick your battles and, get, I don't know. It's all situational, but check the video out and see what you think. So again, getting back to the Heroes of the Storm.blizzpro.com, you can find a feature build every week that we have out there. I think a couple of weeks ago there's Asmodan guides, there's the Butcher guide, there's just a ton of them. And last week there was one for our good buddy Uther. And so we are going to give you guys the breakdown this week of Mr. Uther and the build that's recommended in this article on heroesofthestorm.blizzpro.com. And this was written by you, wasn't it, Charlie?
Yes, sir.
All right, so take it away, man. I'll give the abilities real quick because I know you hate doing it, but I'm just going to do it really quick just cause.
Sounds good.
Holy Light, your QWE got Holy Light. It's just it's a heal. Holy Radiance, you shoot this thing out. It damages the bad guys and heals the good guys. So you can use that in numerous ways. Hammer of Justice, aka Hodge, is just a stun. What?
I don't know, just Hodge hit me the right way, sorry.
The old Hodge. Eternal Devotion, when you're killed, Uther's spirit remains temporarily on the battleground. You can't do any damage, but you can heal people, and it's a pretty quick cooldown on that heal. So when you're dead, you're still in the fight, so utilize that healing as much as possible. You got Divine Shield, where you can make an ally invulnerable and increase the movement speed by 20% for 3 seconds. Very, very useful. If you got an Illidan that's going to jump in the middle of everything, or a Zeratul or something like that, you can protect him for 3 seconds and just let him go ballistic. And then my personal favorite, but I don't know if it's going to pan out, is the Divine Storm. You basically throw some hammers around you, and it stuns everybody that's in that circle. And you can buff that at 20 to increase the range and stuff like that. So those are your basics. Those are your heroic abilities and your QWE and stuff like that. So I'll let Charlie jump into the actual talent breakdown.
Okay, I call this build all the buttons because you will be taking a lot of buttons here. You will have a lot of cooldowns to manage and sort of keep track of, and you don't want to shy away from any one of these abilities. So if you don't feel comfortable having 4 or 5 buttons above your QWE and R, then you might want to stay away from this. At level 1, I always take Conjurer's Pursuit still. Even with the recent nerfs, the easy math is still telling me that it's better, because he doesn't have a lot of great level 1 options, and the one thing he has problems with late game is staying around when he runs out of mana, so Conjurer's Pursuit still mitigates that quite a bit, and I guess Uther doesn't really need a lot because he has long cooldowns on his basic abilities, so just a little bit of mana regen goes a long way. Level 4, I take Protective Shield. It's amazing. It's just a good shield, and it gets stronger and stronger as you level up. So, I mean, it really. The thing is, Uther doesn't have a lot of burst healing until 16, and even then, it's somewhat limited. Mm-hmm. Protective Shield also mitigates that weakness of him. Allows you to kind of stop one hero from being, blown up, or give him a stronger duel or whatever.
Or you know what? It can buy you that extra 2 seconds while you and your buddy are running away. It can buy you that extra 2 seconds for your Q to come off cooldown and throw a heal on him. Exactly.
Yep. So yeah, I pretty much take that all the time. Level 7, I take Cleanse. Cleanse is it's probably the most useful tool in this meta right now. You're seeing a lot of stun comps right now, especially Tyrande and Butcher. And Cleanse will outright just save people who would die, period. Like, you have to practice using Cleanse. It's so important in this meta right now. That's why they gave it to Malfurion. That's why they gave it to Rhaegar. You need Cleanse to be an effective healer. If for some reason they don't have any CC, which is rare, but it does happen, you can take Clairvoyance. Vision's always good. And if you really just think that you won't use Clairvoyance effectively, Burden of Guilt's all right. It's a little bit of extra slow.
Yep.
So why not? But basically, you're always going to be taking Cleanse.
Mm-hmm. And that burden of guilt is really good if you've got somebody that can capitalize on it. If you've got a Tychus that's coming up and you have burden of guilt, after you hodge them, their movement speed is slowed by 30% for 2 seconds. I mean, that's just enough time for somebody like the Butcher or Tychus or somebody to just eat them alive. So
yeah, no, that's a good point, especially if there's somebody who has any sort of AoE damage. It really kind of sets them up perfectly to not be able to escape death. Sure. Level 10, I take Divine Shield. I think Divine Storm, since the nerf a long time ago, has really fallen off, and Twiz already highlighted a bit of why Divine Shield's good. The other main thing is it's kind of like having a heal, almost, except your teammate has to be smart enough to use it like it's a heal. Mm-hmm. Think of how many times Rhaegar's ult has saved somebody from death with Ancestral Healing because it's such a big heal. This functions in the same way. It says, you're about to die, now you're not going to die, use what I've given you wisely. Now, that could be to finish off a player or to get away. Either way, it's a big deal because a lot of the times it can change it can completely change the outcome of a 5-on-5 engage if you use it on the right player and they capitalize on its invulnerability properly.
Absolutely.
If I'm going to take Divine Storm, I think it's going to be against like 3 melee comps. It does work for disrupting the character that's been Abathur had it. Things like that. But most of the time I'll take Divine Shield.
Okay. Yep. Pretty good picks.
Yeah. 13 I'll take Shrink Ray, and if you're keeping count, this is your button number 3, so there's that.
Yeah.
But Shrink Ray is it's really good. It guarantees kills, it mitigates damage, it's just good, especially against Butcher or Leoric, who you're seeing a lot of right now. Thrall, Illidan, Sonya, they're all great on those, and then it kind of slows down mobile champions that might get away. It's great used on a Vala who's using her ult. It has a lot of like great targets, so Shrink Ray is a great pick.
Yep.
Level 16, I take Benediction. This is really just to cover Uther's weaknesses a lot. Basically, it gives him the access to the ability. It basically reduces the cooldown drastically, which is 10 seconds, and the mana cost of the ability by 50. This makes most of his abilities almost free or completely free. Mm-hmm. And it allows you to do things like get 2 Qs off for a burst heal, or get a double stun off, where you can chain some stuns together and really cause somebody to die. It's really good. I like to actually, because some people don't know this, you can drag your abilities when you make all these extra buttons, and I like to drag this to 1 because I constantly, it reminds me to hit 1 and hit Q, and it makes it a little easier for me personally.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I did not know you could drag those.
Yeah, you can change them around in the order that's most beneficial to you. So if you've got something like I usually move Protective Shield to 4 because it's something I have to think about using and who I'm going to use it on, so I have a little more time to look at my button. Benediction's just kind of got to flow right in with a double heal, because you got to use it before you use the ability.
Sure.
So
cool.
And level 20, I take Redemption. It's amazing. It allows you to make plays that you can normally make. You can run in and stun somebody that might be getting away, even at the cost of your own life, as long as they get killed, and then you can back off and be rezzed and still have a 5-on-4 or something. Not dying is good. So
yeah,
ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that ability that they completely took out at level 20 for everybody? Crap, what was that called? That took
something
out the
storm.
Res. It took out the res.
Resurgence
of the Storm. Thank you.
Resurgence of the Storm. That was it. This kind of functions a little bit in that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's actually pretty much the same exact thing at 180 seconds, except the only difference is you return to where your Uther spirit is. Mm-hmm. So make sure you be mindful of that. You don't want to be standing right on their core and come back at 50% health.
Be standing in the middle of everybody, and then you come back at 50% and they rail you again.
Yeah. Double railing is not good.
No, it's
this is supposed to prevent that.
Theoretically. So... Anyways, and you're going to be playing Lumberjack Uther tonight, aren't you?
Yeah. I've been enjoying it. I think he's really good because right now he complements all the stun comps that are going around, and then he also has cleanse. So I think him and Malfurion have the best options as a support right now.
Nice. Very cool. Well, again, guys, there's a more in-depth breakdown of this. Than what we just gave you on the show. It gives you a little bit more explanation, stuff like that. You can put faces with names and pictures with things. So check that out. Here's thestorm.blizzpro.com. You'll see it right there on the front page. So let's see here. Again, one last mention real quick, guys. For those of you who are interested, we do have a Patreon account, patreon.com/heroespowerhour. People who support us on Patreon have the option of playing Heroes of the Storm with us after the show. So we'll bring you on Skype and we'll hang out with you and whatever, and that's just one of the perks you get from doing that thing. And we are getting ready to go into Phase 2. We are morphing into Phase 2 of the show, where we're going to be jumping into the Nexus, playing some games, working together as a team, having fun, making fun of Jimmy. So... yeah, anything for you guys until...
Yeah, I have one quick thing I wanted to say. This Saturday I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream right here to help raise money for one of our BlizzPro team members to help him get his heart surgery.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yep. So tune into twitch.tv/BlizzPro on Saturday for certain. So good times will be had. One last big shout out to Ro over at Realm Maintenance. Check out the latest Realm Maintenance podcast that's out there. It featured Jimmy, Charlie, and Eldorian. They got interviewed, talked about the game, talked about the show, talked about a lot of good things, and Ro runs a really good show over there. So show him a little bit of love and check out Realm Maintenance. So here comes the bad news, guys. I don't think that I fixed my my thing from last time. When I go to the logo, I think we're going to see the Extra Life Power Hour logo.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Oh, I got really excited and thought we were going to hear the champion song.
Oh, no.
Do you have that on your soundboard?
No, not yet. I just got back from vacation. I haven't done any of that yet. So, one other thing I will mention, guys. On Monday nights, Stutter and I do the Extra Life Power Hour, where we stream for the Extra Life charity. And for those of you who are like me that jumped into Heroes of the Storm and that was your first MOBA or whatever, and you might be a little interested in League of Legends, or you played it a little bit but you're not super certain about it, we played last night with 3 other guys who are friends of ours that play quite a bit, and a good time was had by all. You got to watch me kind of make some mistakes, but learn kind of the differences and explain a little bit of that. So that is on the Blizz Pro YouTube channel. It's just a League of Legends Extra Life Power Hour. Again, I know it's not Blizzard related, but it's for the kids, and good times were had, MOBAs were played. So
your last hitting was okay.
My last what?
Your last hitting of minions with Heimerdinger.
Did you like that?
Yeah, you were all right.
I did all right. Yeah, Heimerdinger, or Schlong is longer, or whatever.
Schlonger longer. Yep. That was his maiden name.
So, anyways, but very cool. All right, guys, I'm going to show you the wrong logo, and we'll be right back with part 2 of the Heroes of the Storm Power Hour. See you later.